Your teen has the right to stay silent, but police won't tell them that. Miranda rights explained. Your son is in a police interrogation room right now, and you don't even know it. He left the house tonight in a hoodie and some jeans, walking to his boy's house, same block he walks every day. And somewhere between leaving your front door and getting there, everything changed. Police pulled up, started asking questions, and your son, because he's 16, because he's nervous, because nobody ever sat him down and told him he didn't have to say a word, he started talking. He thought if he just explained himself, they'd let him go. He wasn't lying. He wasn't hiding anything. He was just a kid trying to get out of a bad situation the only way he knew how. But every single word coming out of his mouth was being recorded. And by the time you found out any of this happened, it was already too late. This is happening right now, on your block, to kids just like yours. I need you to lock in for the next few minutes, because what I'm about to tell you, the system is counting on you never finding out. Your child has rights the second a police officer puts their hands on them. Rights that could be the difference between sleeping in their own bed that night and sleeping on a thin mattress in a juvenile facility wondering what went wrong. But having rights means nothing if your child doesn't know how to use them, and the police are not going to remind them. What Miranda rights actually are. You've heard it on every cop show ever made. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. That's Miranda, and yes, it applies to your teenager too. The second police take your child into custody and start questioning them, they are supposed to read those rights. The right to stay silent, the right to have a lawyer in the room before they answer a single question. 2 rights, that's it. That's all your child needs. But here's what they don't put in the fine print. In most states in this country, police do not have to call you before they question your child. They can take your 14-year-old into a back room, sit across from them, and start asking questions, and you won't know a thing about it until it's already done. You're at home, maybe cooking dinner, maybe worried sick trying to find out where they are, and your child is in a room alone with 2 adults who do this for a living. The room. Let me paint this picture for you because I need you to really see it. No parent, no lawyer, no familiar face, nothing. Just your kid and 2 officers who have been trained to get a confession out of them. And they are good at it. They're not gonna come in loud. They're not gonna slam anything on the table. That's not the move. They're gonna come in calm, friendly even. We just wanna hear your side of the story. Help us understand what happened and we can probably get you home tonight. Look, your boy's already told us everything. We just need to hear it from you. And your kid hears that and thinks, okay, if I just tell them the truth, I can go home. So they start talking, trying to explain, trying to help themselves, not realizing that every word is digging the hole deeper. Somewhere in that room, your child signed something saying they understood their rights and agreed to talk without a lawyer. Did they actually understand it? No. Did they feel like they had a real choice? No. But in a courtroom 6 months from now, that signature is going to be used against them like a weapon. Why kids confess to things they didn't even do. Here's the part that should make every parent's blood run cold. Kids confess to things they didn't do, not because they're stupid, not because they're weak, because they're children. Your kid will tell on himself just to get out of that room, not because he did it, because he's been sitting in there for 3 hours. He's tired, he's scared, he misses you. And that officer keeps telling him, just tell us what happened and we'll let you call your mom. So he gives them something, anything, to make it stop. And just like that, a confession is on record for something he may not have even done. This is how good kids end up with records. This is how kids from good families end up in commitment programs, not because they were guilty, because nobody in their life ever told them the most important thing they could know. You do not have to say anything, not one word, not an explanation, not your side of the story, nothing. The only words your child needs to know. Teach your child these words right now. Write them down if you have to. I want a lawyer. I have nothing to say. That's it. That is the whole game. Not I didn't do anything. Not can I explain? Not let me just tell you what happened. Just I want a lawyer. I have nothing to say. Because here's what they won't tell you. Once your child asks for a lawyer, legally, that questioning is supposed to stop. Everything after that point, if they keep pushing, may not even be allowed in court, but your child has to say it out loud, clearly, because silence alone isn't enough anymore. The law says you have to actually use it. What you need to do tonight. I'm not asking you to do something tomorrow. I'm asking you to do something tonight, before your child goes to sleep. Sit down with them, look them in the eye, and have this conversation. Tell them no matter how scared you are, no matter what they promise you, no matter how long you've been in that room, you say, I want a lawyer. I have nothing to say. And then you stop talking. You don't argue, you don't explain, you don't try to be helpful. You stop talking. Tell them if they say your friends already talked, that might be a lie. Police are allowed to lie to you. It is legal. It is a tactic. Don't fall for it. Tell them if they say you can go home if you just cooperate, that is not a promise they can keep. Don't fall for it. Tell them, ask to call your parent. If they say no, you still say nothing. This conversation right here is the one that could keep your child out of the system entirely, because the system is not going to have it for you. The police are not going to pull your kid aside and say, hey, you don't have to answer that. The overworked public defender who meets your child 5 minutes before their hearing is not going to undo a confession that happened in a back room 3 months ago. That falls on us, on this community, on every parent watching this right now. And now you know. Closing. At JJ Decoded, we give you the information the system is banking on you never having. Share this video right now, not later, right now. Put it in your group chat, post it on your story, send it to every parent you know with a teenager, because somewhere tonight there is a kid sitting in a room being asked questions he doesn't know how to answer. Don't let that be yours. They built this system counting on our silence. Let's end that today. Subscribe to JJ Decoded, new videos every week. Drop your questions in the comments. What do you want us to decode next?